I don't have anything, just be quiet. Yep.
All right, it'll be Menno Wolves basketball, 3:35 to go, 5-0 Menno leads. We'll have a timeout on the floor. Be a full timeout, I believe. So at 3:35 to go, Scotland calls her second timeout of the day. Menno 5, Scotland 0. Starters for the Scotland Highlanders, who come in with a record of 16-5. Grace Frieda, Kennedy Beats, Audrey Seiler, Michaela Frederick, and Delaney Vandrell. For the Menno Wolves, Morgan Edelman, Jessie Monkfold, Grace Nuss, Bridget Vaith, and Peyton Huber. Menno comes in with a record of 14-6. Menno averages 53 points a game, giving up 44. Scotland averages 52, giving up 45 a game. Scotland comes in with a 4-game win streak. Menno comes in with a 3-game win streak. The two teams met on Scotland's first game of the year, Menno's second game of the year, and Menno pulled away with a 56-40 win. Both teams have improved since then. So we have standouts for both teams that'll be headed for DW. We have Morgan Edelman for Menno and Grace Frieda for Scotland. We're back live now here. Monkfold on top, dribbling around. Over to Nuss. Nuss puts it on the ground, guarded by Frieda. To Vaith. Inside. To Monkfold, turnaround jumper. She got it to go. Jessie Monkfold. 5 points now for the senior. It's 7-0. Grace Frieda brings it down over to to Bailey Vitek. Vitek over to Jenna Vitek. Into Frieda. Frieda drives, pull up jumper, no good. And Edelman grabs the rebound. Monkfold looking to run, pushing the sideline, backside, over to Edelman. Edelman's going to drive. Shot up and no good, but she's going to go to the line. So we'll see who the foul is going to be. There was 2-3 girls in there, had a chance. And it'll go on Bailey Vitek, her first. So Edelman, who has 2 points, both free throws. Attempts her first one, and it is up and rolls out. Okay, Delaney Vandrell comes back in with 2 fouls. Kennedy Beats is in. Audrey Seiler and Jenna Vitek go to the bench. Monkfold up for her second one. No good. And Michaela Frederick gets the ball over to Kennedy Beats, bringing it up. Beats guard closely by Edelman. To the corner. To Vitek. Now to Edelman. Or Vitek. Frieda. Over to Frederick. Beats drives. Fall away. No good. Grace Nuss pulls it away. And she brings it down. Holds for Monkfold. Monkfold's going to bring it across the timeline. Long, deep pass into Edelman. Out to Massey. Back to Edelman. She's going to take 2. No good. And it's going to be out of bounds on Bailey Vitek. Both her and Ashton Massey were going for the rebound. And Bailey got there ahead of her and went off her foot. Nuss and they take a seat in for the Wolves. It's going to be Reagan Deedy and Peyton Huber back in. Deep pass out to Monkfold. She'll set the offense. Over to Edelman. Looking inside to Monkfold. Nice pass. Can't get it to go. Frederick gets the rebound. That's Delaney Vandrell. Over to Vitek. To Beats. Beats pulled up. No good. Over to Frederick. And Beats is going to take a shot. No good. Rebound by Huber. Off to Edelman. Edelman's going to bring it across the timeline. Nice pass underneath to Reagan Deedy, and she can't make the shot. And that time Frederick's going to get the rebound. Might have been a foul there by Deedy reaching in, but no call, so it'll be the Highlanders' ball. 7-0 your score, 1:26 to go. Back out to Bailey Vitek. Over to Kennedy Beats. And Kennedy Beats throws it away and right in the hands of Jesse Monkfold. So Monkfold over to Edelman. Wolves basketball, 1:14 to go. Got a screen from Deedy. Back to Edelman, has it stolen away by Michaela Frederick. Edelman went to do a spin move and Frederick was right there. Vitek with the basketball. Stops high, over to Kennedy Beats, back to Vitek. She's going to drive, kick it off to Frederick. Frederick's going to shoot from the short corner. No good, but hustling her, and we're going to get a foul on Reagan Deedy. No box out there by the Wolves, and Michaela Frederick just stepped around him, got the rebound. And she's going to be fouled by Reagan Deedy. It'll be her first foul. That's the second team foul on the Wolves. Martina DeBoer is going to come in for Bailey Vitek. Will take a seat. Grace Frieda set to inbounds. Highlanders running a stack out of bounds play. Frieda in to Frederick. She lets it go. And she got it to go. Girls running good. 44 seconds to go. 7-2 your score. Edelman brings it across over to Monkfold. Left baseline. Drives in the corner to Massey. Thought about it. Over to Monkfold. And almost stolen away by Grace Frieda to Monkfold. Pull-up jumper. She's fouled. Martina DeBoer got a little too much body in her. Tried to go straight up, but turned her body tried to get as much control, but couldn't do it. So Martina draws the foul. Jessie Monkfold goes to the line for 2 shots. She has 5 points in the ballgame, 27.1 to go. Monkfold's first one up is good. So it's 8-2, the Wolves lead. Monkfold attempts her second one. And the senior off the mark. Vandrell with another rebound. Over to Kennedy Beats. Kennedy's going to bring it up the timeline. Across. Menno picking him up deep. Over now into Frieda to Delaney Vandrell. She hits a turnaround jumper. 8-4 your score. 9 seconds to go. Wolves basketball. Over to Massey. Back to Monkfold. To Edelman. To Reagan Deedy. She's going to let it fly. No good. Your score after 1. The Menno Wolves 8. Scotland Highlanders 4. Very entertaining first quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Graphics to make your vehicle stand out from the crowd. Stop by for your free quote at 611 East Highway 18 in Menno. Classic Collision and Frame is a proud supporter of all Menno and surrounding communities' athletic and school programs.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care. The sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports
Okay, welcome back to Irene here, the Newly Auditorium. Some people will call it the Dave Hutchison Wannabe Memorial, but it's not Memorial Auditorium. Menno's basketball. Edelman brings it up over to Peyton Huber on the right side. Over to Monkfold, cutting in the middle. Edelman being guarded by Bailey Vitek to Huber. Over now the top key. Monkfold drives, cut off, over to Massey, back to Monkfold. Monkfold to Vaith. And Peyton Huber kicks it over to Morgan Edelman for 3. Shot is off the mark, it's going to be long, and DeBoer comes up with a rebound. Up to Bailey Vitek, over to DeBoer. DeBoer drives, kicks it out to Delaney, and Delaney shoots the basketball, but got it. They're going to get it back. It goes off Vaith. So Delaney Vandrell took the shot. The ball come bouncing back. She went for it. Bridget Vaith went for it and went off Bridget Vaith. So 8-4 your score, 7:15 to go. Scotland Highlander basketball. Inside, no good. And rebound is going to be to DeBoer again. Kicks it out to DeBoer to Frida. Back to DeBoer. DeBoer long 3. And that's going to go out of bounds. Good patience so far by the Highlanders. 8-4, 7 minutes to go. Inside to Grace Nuss. Layup's good. Morgan Edelman with a great pass. Scotland just didn't get back in time. Bailey Vitek to DeBoer. DeBoer's given some nice minutes. And she throws it back. Try to get it to Bailey Vitek. Edelman right there. Kicks it out to Grace Nuss for 3. No good. And they're going to go out of bounds. So it'll be the Highlander basketball. Kennedy beats in, and Martina DeBoer giving Coach Kevin Janish some good minutes there. So Seiler inbounds it. Bailey Vitek going to bring it up to court. 6:30 to go. To Kennedy beats. Grayson Frida cutting across. Shot up. No good. And Edelman tips it around. She's going to get the rebound. And it's going to be a foul on Grace Nuss. Oh, Grace Frida, excuse me. So that'll be the third personal on, or excuse me, the 7th personal on Scotland. So we're going to go 1-on-1 here. So Morgan Edelman, the senior, 2 points on the night. Some might think it's kind of a quiet night for Morgan, but she's had 2 assists and several steals. Morgan's shot up in the 1-on-1 is good. 11-4 your score. 6:20 to go in the second quarter. Second shot is up, and that's off the mark. And Vandrell grabs another rebound. That's 4 for Vandrell. Kennedy beats over to Bailey Vitek. Drives, tried to cut off by Peyton Huber to Vandrell. Bailey Vitek to Kennedy beats. Stolen away. by Bridget Vaith. Up to Edelman, over to Monkfold. Monkfold brings it across, looks to drive, cut off nicely by Beats and Vitek. Inside to Vaith, and there's going to be a foul. So the pass went inside to Bridget Vaith, and Michaela Frederick just got her hand caught in the cookie jar. 11-4, and Coach Janish says we got to talk about it, and we need to regroup. We can't let this lead go anymore. So good strategy by Coach Janish. 11-4 is your score, 5:54 to go.
Can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
So we're back here at the Eagles Nest, as I'm going to call it, in Irene. And we're going to be at the free throw line. Bridget Vaith. Scotland has used 3 timeouts the first half already. But they've all been necessary timeouts by Coach Janish and his staff. So Bridget Vaith goes to the line, 1-1, 8 personal fouls on the Highlanders. Vaith spins the ball around, shot up, no good. Frederick rebounds over to Kennedy Beats. Kennedy's going to dribble up the court, guarded by Edelman. Kennedy goes by, passes it over to Frederick. Frederick back to Beats, to Vitek, over to Frida. And back to Bailey Vitek. She's going to take a 3. No good. Peyton Huber with the rebound to Edelman. Here comes the Wolves on the attack. Edelman over to Monkfold. Grace Nuss thought about it. There's a 3 from Grace Nuss. No good. And Edelman comes up with the rebound. Can't get it to go. Vaith with the rebound. Kicks it out to Monkfold. Monkfold for 3. No good. And Delaney Vandrell gets her 5th rebound. Grace Frida going the other way. She's going to have a foul. They say it's on the ground. So the foul's going to go on Jessie Monkfold, her first. Bailey Vitek inbounds, passes to Kennedy Beats. Thought about it, kicks it out to Vitek for 3. No good. Peyton Huber gets the rebound. She gives it over to Monkfold. Monkfold's going to bring it up the court. Over to Edelman. Spin move, nice. Spin move, good. Not much you can do defensively. Bailey Vitek was in great position, but she either had to foul or give up that move, and the help didn't come quick enough. They tried to get there, just not quick enough. And here comes Vandrell. She's going to run little hooks. No good. The old Bill Vandrell hook shot of old. And the shot is up and good. Michaela Frederick on the rebound. So Michaela has 4 points on the night. She's going to go to the line. Chance to get the old-fashioned 3-point play. Jenna Vitek comes in. Bailey Vitek takes a seat. Bailey giving the Highlanders a much-needed lift here. So Frederick goes up. The shot is no good, and Edelman with the rebound. She's going to bring it up. Got a screen from Vaith. Here comes Monkfold. Kicks it out to Huber. Thought about it. Kind of lost the handle on it. Over to Vaith. Back to Monkfold. Monkfold looked inside. Over to Grace Nuth. Now we got Edelman. Edelman into Vaith. Kicks it out to Monkfold. Short corner shot up and no good, but she got her own rebound. Goes up and Delaney Vandrell is going to get her 3rd personal. She might have been all right, but she kind of brought her hands down. She was kind of lost on an island, and that's a tough one. And they didn't give it to Vandrell. Okay, we'll have to look at that one later, but Monkvold's shot is up. For the Highlander, that's a break. For Delaney Vandrell, that would have been her third. And the bad news is both their bigs have 2 fouls. So Monkvold makes the first one, 14-6, 4:02 to go. And it's off the mark. Frederick gets another rebound. That's 4 for her. Over to Beats. Beats up to Genevitek. Almost stolen by Edelman to Beats. Vandrell from the side, no good. And Genevitek's going to get, just missed, in and out. Genevitek on the nice hustle, heads up play for her. She went on the backside, stayed with it, put it up, and she's fouled. And that'll be Grace Nuss' second foul. So we're at 3:47 to go. Genevitek's going to shoot 2 shots. First one up is good. Vandrell comes out. Martina DeBoer replaces her. 14-7 your score. And the second one up is no good. Edelman grabs her 6th rebound of the night. Over to Monkvold. Now Monkvold sets offense. Top of the key to Edelman. Wolves looking for some cutters. Not getting them. Screened by Edelman to Monkvold. Back. 15 on the shot to Huber. Kicks it out to Monkvold. Monkvold pull up jumper. No good. Might have got tipped. I think it got tipped by Genevitek. Jenna's had 2 big plays for the Highlanders. Over to Beats. Beats stops. Over to Genevitek. Over to Frida. She takes a long 3. Good. And we're going to keep Grace quiet all night. 3 points for her. First 3 of the night. And that's a long 3. Grace is a good shooter. When she's on fire, she's on fire. To Huber. Huber now to Edelman. Edelman thought about it, being guarded by Beats. Looking for a back door. Over to Massey, who came in for Nuss. Over to Monkvold. 12 on the shot clock. Now we're under 10. Edelman thought about it. Monkvold, pull-up jumper. No good. And Didi tried to get the rebound, lost it out of bounds. So 14-10 your score. The Highlanders quietly on a 4-0 run. And Coach Hall says we need to stop that run. So 2:28 to go. 14-10, Menno leads. We'll be back in a minute.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Okay, we're back. 2:28 to go. Highlanders set to take the ball out of bounds on the Menno side. All right, we have Genevitek into Kennedy Beats. Bringing across the timeline, guarded by Edelman. Genevitek back to Beats. To Genevitek, thought about it, kicks over to Beats from the short corner. Good. Kennedy Beats gets her first 2 points. 14-12. 6-0 run to Didi. The Wolves now. Beats has stepped up the defense on Edelman, playing a box and one on a Huber from the corner. No good. Edelman tips. No good. And Beats comes down with it. Edelman was fighting for the rebound. For her size, she's a handful inside on the boards. To Beats. Thought about pulling up. To Martina DeBoer. To Frida. Frida shot. No good. And it's going to go the other way. So Michaela Frederick came from the backside, tried to get the ball, but tipped it out of bounds. So it'll be Menno basketball. 1:34 to go. 14-12 your score. The Wolves in a drought. They haven't scored in 3 minutes and 22 seconds. To Huber. On the left corner to Massey. And Reagan Didi sets up for 3, hits it. Reagan Beatty spotted up. Got the range, 17-12, Wolves lead. Vitek driving in. That's Jenna Vitek to Beats. Back to Jenna. Jenna's thought about it to Kennedy Beats. And she has the pass stolen away. Edelman coming down court. And she's going to go coast to coast and get the basket. 19-12. Under a minute now. We've got 50 seconds to go. Beats bringing it up. A couple late turnovers have kind of hurt the Highlanders. Over to Jenna Vitek. Stopped by, and Edelman's going to get called for a slap. That's her second. That could be big. So Coach Hall has a decision to make. Do I set her? And you got to figure it out. She's leaving her in there. Morgan usually very good with her control. Grace Frieda inbounding it over to Vitek, or to Martina. No, Frieda with a big rebound. No good. And there's Vitek again. To the board, misses. Beats gets the rebound. We got a foul on Peyton Huber. Peyton Huber she moved her hands, but not her feet. So tough foul there, but hey, you don't move your feet, you got to move them all the time. So maybe a little tired there. And I'm not sure, but here comes Van Drill, and here comes Seiler. Audrey Seiler sat for a long time. Great minutes for DeBoer, and also Kayla Frederick coming out. And Beats is no good. And saved by Muntvold, ran down by Huber. And Kennedy Beats is going to be called for the foul. Ashton Massey, the freshman, will go to the line. She should be shooting two here, because that should put her in the double bonus, and it does. So Kennedy Beats picks up her second foul. So she becomes the third Highlander with two fouls. And Ashton Massey, the 5'11 freshman, hits the first one. Beats will come out, and Bailey Vitek will come in. 20-12, 11.3 seconds to go. Massey's second attempt is up and good. And Massey comes out. They're bringing in Bridget Vaith for the Wolves. Seiler set the inbounds to Bailey Vitek. She'll bring it up. 8 seconds. Down to 6, to 5. Frieda with a deep, might have got tipped. And it'll remain their ball. 1.4 seconds to go. And Coach Janish calling out a play. I would believe it's probably going to be a 3 for Frieda. Or anything for Frieda. And she can't handle it. Turn around jumper. No good. So your halftime score, the Menno Wolves 21, the Scotland Highlanders 12. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 30,000 high school student athletes in South Dakota have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about South Dakota high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Being a teenager is tough.
There's the constant pressure to be liked,
Endless worrying about college.
cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do South Dakota's teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Nuss Insurance, your local independent crop insurance agency. Nuss Insurance provides years of experience with your crop and hail insurance needs. You will get expert advice to insure and protect your crops during events caused by weather. Nuss Insurance delivers first-rate crop insurance with 2 licensed agents working with the area's leading crop insurance companies and adjusters to work your claims fast and efficient. Nuss Insurance offers 2-hour binding time to cover your crop in the event of a hailstorm. Free quotes for crop insurance are available by farm visit or office visit. Nuss Insurance would like to wish everyone a safe, healthy, and prosperous year.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey farmers, don't have the time or the means to haul your corn to market? Contact Derek or Callie at New Gen Energy. They are receiving corn 6 days a week, and every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. is Farmers Only Haul Day. Located in Marion, South Dakota, New Gen Energy also sells distillers and corn oil. Call 605-648-2100 for all your corn needs. Check out their website at newgenmarion.com. That's NUGEN Marion.com.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in South Dakota, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
Zweifel Seed in Scotland has the seed to fit your needs. From Pioneer brand corn, soybeans, and alfalfa to forages, pasture mixes, cover crops, and lawn seed, they strive to help place the right product on the right acre. Custom mixes are available and can be tailored to fit your exact needs. With free delivery to the field or the farm, you can focus on planting and leave the commuting to them. Call Jared at 359-5092 or stop at the office. They appreciate the opportunity to serve you.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost 2 is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local South Dakota high school. You know, the place where the games are exciting, concessions are affordable, and the parking is free. Where the emphasis is on hustle and heart instead of hype. If you prefer real, honest-to-goodness sport played for all the right reasons, you'll find it at your hometown high school. High school sports. Games are being played this weekend at a South Dakota high school near you. Okay, everybody, who's in?
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Don't let auto body issues get you down. Visit Classic Collision and Frame for all of your auto body needs and wants. We offer complete body repair that includes full windshield and glass replacement, glass rock chip repair, frame repair, wheel alignment, and paintless dent repair. We can also personalize your ride with custom paint and graphics to make your vehicle stand out from the crowd. Stop by for your free quote at 611 East Highway 18 in Menno. Classic Collision and Frame is a proud supporter of all Menno and surrounding communities' athletic and school programs.
High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game or meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in South Dakota knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you'd look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? South Dakota needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Are you worried how
All right, we're back to Irene, South Dakota, the second half of the Region 5 game between the Menno Wolves and the Scotland Highlanders. Halftime score, Menno 21, Scotland 12. Morgan Edelman and Jesse Munkville are the leading scorers for the Wolves with 7 apiece. Mikhail Frederick has 4 for the Highlanders. Grace Frieda 3. It'll be the Highlanders basketball to start out with. Highlanders 16-5 on the year. The Wolves 14-6. Wolves number 2 seed. Scotland number 3. Here comes Beats across over to Seiler. Frieda coming around the sideline, being guarded by Munkville. Drives the baseline, good. Grace Frieda with a good drive. Munkville got a screen and she couldn't get through it. And now we're 21-14 to Nuss. Back over to Munkville, inside to Edelman. Edelman inside to Huber. Kicks it back out to Edelman. Edelman shoots outside, knocked to the floor was Faith. Rebound by Nuss. Kicks it out to Munkville. Back to Huber, top the crease. She lets it go for 3, no good. And Delaney Vandrell gets the rebound up to Kennedy Beats. Kennedy is going to bring it across the timeline. Over to Audrey Seiler. To Frieda in the left baseline. And Vandrell thought about it to Beats. She's going to let it fly. No good. And a hustling Audrey Seiler in for the rebound. Gets it. Delaney Vandrell shoots. No good. And Michaela Frederick lost it out of bounds. Good hustle by Frederick. Monkfold will set to take the ball inbounds for the Wolves. Over to Edelman. Edelman's going to bring it up for the Wolves. 6:49 to go. Third quarter, 21-14. Edelman over to Monkfold. To Nuss, top the key. Right side, Monkfold. Over to Nuss. Nuss drives the left side. Layup, and she's going to be fouled. And I believe that's going to be 3 on Michaela Frederick. And it is. Michaela picks up her third. So Grace Nuss goes to the line for the Wolves. And no good. Grace has 2 points in the night. Free throws line has kind of been the Wolves' enemy right now this half or this game. Nuss' second shot up and good. 22-14, 6:34 to go. Seiler inbounds to Beats. Beats coming up the court, left side. Now brings it to the middle, over to Audrey Seiler. Seiler back to Beats. Into Seiler, turnaround jumper's good. So Audrey Seiler hits the shot. Inbound Edelman to Monkfold. 22-16, 6:13 to go. Inside to Vaith. Vaith puts it on the ground, back out to Nuss. To Monkfold. Dribbles in the lane, kicks it back out to Nuss. To Edelman. Edelman with the ball over now, kicks it to Monkfold. Monkfold drives, cut off nicely by Audrey Seiler. 7 seconds on the shot clock, and Coach Hall's going to take a timeout, but we're still going to have 7 seconds. 5:50 to go, third quarter, 22-16, Menno leads. We'll be back in a minute.
2020 has impacted your teen's social development? We are too. Want to know what might help? Participating in the performing arts in high school. It's been hard being a teenager recently. Hard to cope, hard to keep up, hard not to feel like you're missing out. Everything's different and nobody knows what's next. Encouraging your son or daughter to participate in performing arts can really help. Those are high school activities like band, orchestra.
All right, we're back. Menno inbounds the ball. 7 seconds on the clock to Edelman. Guarded closely by Beats. Gets a screen. Edelman shoots. Knocked away. Shot clock violation, but no. Hustling down to Beats. Cut off by Vaith. Monkfold. Basket's good. Kennedy Beats with her fourth point of the night. Edelman quickly across the timeline for the Wolves. Monkfold to Peyton Huber. Vaith in the right corner to Huber. Back to Grace Nuss. Monkfold for three. Got it! Jesse Monkfold in double figures with 10. Nice ball movement by the Wolves. Here comes Kennedy Beats bringing it up the court. Menno and Scholar both playing boxing ones on their All-Staters. Kennedy Beats inside. It's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to be Menno basketball. So the tie-up set to come in for will be Jenna Vitek for Audrey Seiler. All right, so Monkfold brings it up the court for the Wolves. 25-18, 4:42 to go. Nuss way right corner, way out front to Monkfold. To Edelman. Edelman cut off by Vandrell. Over to Monkfold. She's going to let another three go. No good. Frida with the rebound. She's off to running, and she's going to go coast to coast. And we're going to have a blocking foul on Grace Nuss, which I believe will be Grace's third. Nope, they're going to call it on Monkfold. Kind of thought that would have been on Grace, but either way, it's two fouls. Frida with the ball to Vandrell, backs it in, stolen away. Her pass was to Vitek, no good. Edelman jump stop, good. 27-18, 4:17 to go. Here comes the Highlanders. Kennedy Beats with the basketball. To Vitek, she's going to travel. Jenna saw a lane, was going to get there as quickly as she could, but she picked up her pivot foot, and she's going to travel. So here we go. The Wolves bring it up. Monkfold across the timeline. 4:05 to go. Over to Edelman. Inside, stolen away. Edelman's pass tried to hit Peyton Huber, cutting across the middle. Couldn't get it. Free was there. To Vitek. Over to Delaney Vandrell. Vitek pulls up, shot, no good. Tipped back by Vitek. And Vandrell, no good. And we're going to have a jump ball. So, the Scotland faithful not happy, but that was a tough one. I thought there was maybe a foul, but not my call. So, out front now to Vitek, to Beats. Seiler, Audrey Seiler, turn around, good. Audrey Seiler with her 4th point of the night. 27-20, 3:25 to go. Over to Huber. Inside to Edelman. Edelman being guarded by Kennedy Beats. Huber dribble. Now stop. Cut off to Grace Nuss. Here comes Monkvold. Drive. Shot up and good. 29-20 your score. 3:07 to go. Here comes Beats. Across the timeline. Frida trying to get something to make something happen. Jenna Vitek to Kennedy Beach. She dribble drive. Stolen away by Monkvold. Up to Edelman. Layup's going to be good. 11 points for Morgan Edelman. And the Wolves have 11-point lead. 2:44 to go. 31-20. Beats with the basketball on the attack for the Highlanders. Jenna Vitek stops, shoots, got it. And that was your bank shot, folks. But Jenna Vitek with the basketball, or basket. That's her first 3 of the night. 31-22. Into Vase. Vase shot up and no good. And Michaela Frederick's going to pick up a foul. And I believe that's going to be 4 on Michaela. And looks like Martina DeBoer is set to come in, but we'll see. Coach Janish talking to her. And Vaith hits it. Lane Schmidt coming in for Peyton Huber. Kennedy Beats coming out. And so is Michaela Frederick. Bailey Vitek in. DeBoer's going to come in, but I don't know for who. Grace Frida's going to have a seat. 10-point lead for the Wolves, 2:21 to go. And Bridget Vaith going to attempt her second free throw. She has 1 point on the night. Second shot up and got it. Rolled around, fell in. Here comes Dee Dee in for her. So, a lot of new bodies on the floor for both teams. All right, Vandrell sets the inbounds to Bailey Vitek. Bailey coming up court. Oh, she traveled. Tried to hit Martina DeBoer, and Martina took off, and there was nowhere to go, and she traveled. So the Wolves get the basketball, leading by 11, 2:17 to go. Monkvold on top. Over to Schmidt, Lane Schmidt. And she goes out to Edelman. Inside, oh, knocked away, and that's going to be a foul on, not sure who they're going to call it on. There's 3 girls in the way. And that's going to be on Claire Janish, her first. Claire came in the game. And the Wolves trying to get it inbounds. Deep inbounds to Monkvold. Wolves with the new shot clock to Dee Dee. Dee Dee goes up and she's going to be fouled. She's going to get 2 shots, and now we got to see who the foul's on. Grace Frieda is going to come back in the ball game. They say that's on Claire Janish also. So Claire just came in the ball game. She's got 2 quick fouls. Reagan Dee Dee will go to the line. Her first one's off the mark. 33-22 your score. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Janish comes out. Grace Frieda back in. So basically Claire did her job. They did not score on it. And off the mark is Dee. So under 2 minutes to go. Here comes the Highlanders. Bailey Vitek. She likes to push the ball to Seiler. Back to Bailey Vitek to Martina DeBoer. Frieda with the jump. Drive move. Oh, she threw the ball right into Morgan Edelman's hands, who's going to go full court. No, it's not there. She's going to pull it inside to Dee. And no good. And that's going to go off Lane Schmidt. Lane just stood there, waited for the ball to come to her, and I know she's a sophomore, but that's something you're going to have to do. Delaney Vandrell might be hurt. She's limping on her ankle. Kind of came on it, and that's a tough break for the Highlanders. And Audrey Satter takes another rest. And Vandrella and Michaela Frederick both on the bench. That's a tough one. Oh, Frederick's back in now. DeBoer penetrates, back out to Vitek. To DeBoer, she's going to take that shot. No good. Edelman with the rebound. 1:20 to go. Wolves look to push it. Don't have the numbers right now. Tips it off to Jesse Monkvold for three. No good. Lane Schmidt with a big rebound. Nice presence of mind for Lane Schmidt to attack the basket. 2 points, 35-22. Here comes Bailey Vitek. Over to Kennedy Beats. Looking for Grace Free to try to make something happen. Jesse Monkvold guarding her. Tough shot. Edelman might have got away with a reach. Last touch by the Highlanders. So 35-22, 53 seconds to go. Monkvold inbounds. Edelman up top. Over to Grace Nuss. Schmidt tried to break in. Looking for someone to move. Edelman is. Edelman on the drive. And she's going to travel. She tried to force it up in there, and she needed to go one more dribble. Couldn't get it done. Nice job of defense by the Highlanders. So it'll be the Highlanders basketball. Michaela Frederick playing with those 4 personal fouls. 35 seconds to go. Third quarter. Over to Kennedy Beats. Back to Bailey Vitek to Beats to Vitek. Vitek on the drive. Back to Frederick. And Beats coming across the lane. Bank shot, good. Big basket for Kennedy Beats. 35-24. 14 seconds. Down to 10. Schmidt with the basketball. She's going to drive. Frieda. And she traveled. Oh, crucial mistake by Lane. She need to take one more dribble. You got to take more than that to get there. So tough break for the Wolves, but opportunity for the Highlanders. Here comes Vitek. 4-2. Beats is going to let it fly. Shot up and no good. So at the end of 3 quarters, the Menno Wolves 35, Scotland Highlanders 24. Region 5 action. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Extra, choir, theater, speech, and debate. They'll make new friends, develop confidence, and feel the satisfaction of being part of a team. Participation in the performing arts aren't a cure-all, and they certainly won't make the pandemic go away. But they will make the teenagers in your family feel like they're part of something special. This message presented by the NFHS and the South Dakota High School Activities Association.
All right, we're back. Region 5. The winner of this goes on to the Sodak 16. And it's 35-24. The Wolves will get the basketball. Menno 14-6. Scotland Highlanders 16-5. All right, inbounds to Morgan Edelman from Peyton Huber. Comes across the timeline. Over to Peyton Huber. Thought about a 3. Kicks it to Edelman. Over to Monkvold. Monkvold to Dee. Over to Edelman. Cross court to Huber. 15 on the shot clock. Back to Edelman. The Wolves using some time here. To Dee. Thought about it. Kicks off to Monkvold. Layup. Good! drives the baseline, 37-24. Here comes DeBoer with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Genevitek. To Kennedy Beach. To Michaela Frederick. She comes to the short corner. Got it. Michaela Frederick is a very good shooter from that short corner. 6 points for her. 37-26. 7 minutes to go. Huber decides to take a three. Got it. 40-26. Big hoop for Peyton Huber and Coach Hall's girls. 40-26. Here comes Beats to Genevitek. She's going to shoot. No good. Schmidt with a big rebound. Gets it to Edelman. Edelman bringing it up. Monkfold. Maybe got to travel, but nope. And Chuck says she stepped on the baseline, and she did. Wolves need to slow her down a little bit. We still had 26 seconds to go on the shot clock. So it's 6:38 to go, 40-26. Now's when the Wolves got to bear down and play to win, and instead of not to lose. To Audrey Seiler, back in the ball game to Grace Frieda. Frieda's going to pull up for three. Got it. 9 points for Grace Frieda, the All-State senior. Here comes the Wolves on the attack, leading by 11. Edelman over to Monkfold. 6:15 to go. Inside to Vaith. No good. And Frederick gets the rebound. She's going to bring it up. Now Grace Frieda settles them down. She's going to bring it across. Beats over to Seiler. Seiler looking for something to happen. Over to Beats. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Ball's kicked by Morgan Edelman on the defense. Grace Nuss comes in. Lane Schmidt gives Coach Hall and the Wolves a big lift there. Gets a basket. Had a good defensive stop down there. So into Beats. To Frederick. Shot, no good. And Vaith gets the rebound. Has it knocked around. Controls it. Up to Edelman. The Wolves kind of in a little hurry here. Kicks it out to Monkfold. It's 5:34 to go. Edelman with the basketball. Over to Nuss. Nuss takes the dribble into Huber. Out to Vaith. Top of the key to Edelman. And Edelman on the drive to Monkfold. Shot, no good. Vaith at the rebound. Wisely brings it out front. Peyton Huber's got the basketball. She hands off to Morgan Edelman. Edelman's going to go driving. We're going to have a blocking foul on Kennedy Beats. And that'll be Kennedy's, I believe it's going to be her third personal, and it is. 5 team fouls for the Highlanders. 5:09 to go. Edelman with the basketball. And kicks it out to Monkfold. Into Edelman. Edelman, has it knocked away by Beats. Bates or Delaney Vandrell, one of them got the hand on the ball. To Audrey Seiler. Penetrates, gives it up, and she traveled. She was too wide open and took one dribble and stopped, and she realized, hey, I should have kept going. Tough break for Audrey Seiler. Audrey, the 5'10 junior. All right, here comes the Wolves. Walking up the court now, 4:52 to go. Edelman with the basketball. 11-point lead for the Wolves. Huber gets the ball from her top key over to Monkfold. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Grace Nuss. To Vaith. To Monkfold. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here we go. Monkfold drives, and she's probably got away with it. Edelman shot up, and she's going to be called for traveling. She got through, but she just needed to go with the shot right away. So 4:24 to go. A couple empty trips in a row for the Wolves. Here comes the Highlanders. Beats across, 4:20 to go. Wolves clinging to 11-point lead. To Frieda in the corner, she lets it fly. No good, it's an air ball, but Nuss runs it down. And Grace has ice in her veins. She'll come back the next time and drain that. So that's a sign of a good player, not to keep your head down or hang. To Huber, she lets it go from the right side. Good. Three-pointer, 43-29. Wolves lead, 3:50 to go. Beats up to Audrey Seiler. Over to Beats again. Back to Seiler. Bounce pass. She lets it go for three. No good. Huber runs it down. Kind of surprised Scotland not putting a little more pressure on it. Up to Monkvold. Bringing it back out to Huber. Thought about the three. She's had the hot hand as of late. She's hit 2 in a row. To Monkvold. 15 on the shot clock. Inside to Monkvold. Kicks it out to Huber. Shot up. No good. Monkvold, strong rebound. Layup and good, and the foul. Good hustle by Jessie Monkvold on the foul. And Delaney Vandrell picks up her 4th, I believe. There's a tough foul because she couldn't get by her own girl trying to come around. So Martina DeBoer comes in. And they say that's only 3 on Delaney. Okay, they had 4 on the board earlier. And Monkvold hits the first one. 46-29 your score. 3:12 to go. Here comes the Highlanders. Beats with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Martina, and she's going to travel. Martina DeBoer got a little antsy. Tried to get going. Picked up her pivot foot. Tough play. And now it's Wolves basketball. 3:03 to go. Here comes Monkvold on the attack. Wolves trying to run some clock off. Wolves sending some cutters through there. Out to Edelman. Edelman dribbling the basketball, guarded by Beats. And here we go to Peyton Huber. Peyton Huber, ball up high to Monkvold. She shoots, scores. Jessie Monkvold having a great game. 19 for her, 11 for Edelman. And here we go. And Seiler shoots. No good, off the mark. Grace Nuss with the rebound. The Wolves will walk it up. And Kevin Janish trying to get some fresh bodies in there. Over to Monkvold, to Peyton Huber. Thought about it. 20 on the shot. Looks it out to Grace Nuss. And she's going to lose the basketball. And Grace Frieda's going to go coast to coast. And Jessie Monkvold picks up the foul. Probably should have just let her go there. But Grace Frieda is now in double figures. I believe. Seiler, Beats, and DeBoer come out. Allison Baker comes in, the 5'6" senior. Bailey Vitek is in, and Jenna Vitek. And so Grace Frieda is going to go out of the ball game. Under 2 minutes to go. $1:59 to go. 48-32. The Wolves lead. And here they come with the pressure, full court pressure. Edelman being guarded by Bailey Vitek across the timeline. 28 on the shot clock. Might have got away with the carry there, but no, just the same. Over to Peyton Huber. Again, the winner goes to the Sodak 16. Back out to Monkvold. Lets it go for 3. No good. And Grace Nuss is going to get called for over the back. 48-32. 16-point lead for the Wolves. 1:35 to go. If it plays out and everybody wins, the Wolves will be the 15th seed, I believe. And Highlanders substitute again. Got everybody out in the ball game. Coach Janish. Here comes Kennedy Beats. Over to Seiler. Seiler had it knocked away. Grace Frieda loses it. Edelman picks it up, and she's going to walk it up. Grace Frieda, a very good class act, a good person, a good student, as are all these girls that are playing tonight. Edelman and Monkvold, 4-point students. Good move. That was a broken ankle right there, boys. She spin move, and defender fell flat on her face. And Kennedy Beats. Audrey Seiler shot up and good. So Seiler gets her 6th point of the game. Under a minute to go. 48-34. Edelman's going to walk it up. And Coach Hall's going to call timeout to get substitutions in. So, 47.3 seconds to go, and the Wolves emptying the bench. We got Big Red Abby Bender coming off the bench. We got Adrian Nuss. We've got Carly Herbold. We've got Victoria Lair and Ashton Massey. So, both teams have had everybody in the game. And 47.3. Here beats on Bender. Over to Adrian Nuss. To Victoria Lair. Thought about it. Going to take a dribble into Ashton Massey. 15 on the shot clock. To Carly Herbold. Into Big Red. And she has it knocked away. Ran down by Lair. 5 seconds. Here's an opportunity for a three-point shot. And Nuss has a block. It's going to be a shot clock violation. But no, Bender and Kennedy Beats goes all the way down. Fouled by Ashton Massey. 14.2 seconds to go. The Wolves leading 48-34. Hats off to the Scotland Highlanders. They'll end the season at 16-6. After starting out 1-3, folks, Coach Janish and Coach Brunke and Coach Van Gorp need to be congratulated. They really turned things around and got it going. So nice effort by their girls, as they always do. So she makes the one. Bender bringing down for the Wolves. Guarded by Beats. And over there. And Nuss throws the ball away. Grace Frieda is going to go coast to coast. Hopefully they let her go. They do. At the buzzer, Grace Frieda will end the ball game with, I believe, 14. And the final 48-37, the Menno Wolves will go on to the Sodak 16. And congratulations, Highlanders, a great season. The Wolves now have a record of 15-6, and we will see where they play later on tonight when all the other regions finish up. This has been Ken Bruckner along with Shelby Sheridan and our clock girl, Josie Stokes. So.